What is up, everyone? It's your boy, Sharp Teeth Girl! And after a long absence, it's my buddy, Spinning Shark! How you been?
What's going on? I've been pretty good. Work's been busy, but getting back into the swing of things, getting a little more free time, and loving this new Mythic.
This Mythic, indeed. You keep telling me about how much you wanted to see her. I mean, when we were talking about you, and you were telling me about Altina already. I didn't quite expect her to just suddenly drop, though. I mean, with all the Alphonse-related shit that we just went through, and the end of Book 3, you'd think that we see Lif, or Hell, or something like that. But no, immediately after Thrasir, whom, in my opinion, I'm not even sure why she has any business of being a mythic hero, we get the Twin Blade Cutter of Tellius Legends instead. I mean, I haven't played the game, but from what I understand, that she kind of only appeared in like one scene where they talk about the legendary heroes.
She just makes no appearances. She had like one piece of art. The main thing that makes her so appealing is that you see Ike, and you see him just being a super badass with Ragnell, and you see Black Knight or Zelgus, as we now know, and you see him being a super badass with his, Black Luna and his Alondite, and this chick wields both of them.
Indeed, pretty crazy. I mean, from what we've seen in the video, she's rather choppy, and she just like chops up this green refrigerator and this bullfighter. But despite that, she doesn't quad. This green refrigerator, I mean, he might be carrying Worry Fighter, but the bullfighter being able to double her instead makes me feel that, her speed's probably mediocre or low, and like most of the other long-haired swordsmen's. I think that most of her BSTs probably focus on attack and bulk. I mean, it'll work out fine because her considerable bulk will get her an advantage and she can take care of enemies instead. I mean, she's gonna hit twice regardless thanks to that busted Ragnell combo. I mean, this thing even has DC built into it. I think it's about time that Ryoma, Magic Ike, Burger King, and Fjorm to receive some compensation come Book 4, don't you think?
Definitely. It's been overdue for a long time. I mean, we had like the homeless tiki's breath plus extra stuff. I mean, that was like step 1. This is like step 5 now. I mean, like just like this makes look the Meisterschwert, or however you pronounce that thing, the one that the horse Reinhardt has, the sword one, that makes that look like crap because it's like trade 1 attack for distant counter. Like, yes, I'm gonna take that trade all day long.
Yeah, power creep's always been an issue in this game. But I suppose it's what keeps the game running. The game's design just doesn't allow for other things, but I honestly think that they should be pushing more content, such as all forms instead. Expand on it. I hope that this 1 month absence of it will allow them more time to expand on it, give it more story, give it more interesting things to do, besides like kind of a glorified training tower if you really think about it.
Or just replace some of the crappy events and make this permanent. Like, how about we get rid of allegiance battles and make all forms of permanent?
Allegiance battles, oh man. I kind of like the idea of having a mode that you can do pair-ups in, but yeah, that's just glorified arena. That's the problem with this game. But anyway, I mean, we're playing cell phone games, this happens. So anyway, what do you think about her? I mean, like, she doubles with her brave weapon, and to add insult to injury, she has a unique special that bypass damage reduction in effects that isn't a skill. So bikes, Irvan, or like or deflect melee. So you can't just like slap on that stuff willy-nilly and expect to survive if that activates. And I mean, her A slot gives her basically attack dev solo and attack dev bond around beasts. And she also has this attack dev oath. I mean, with her special scaling towards resistance, clearly she's meant to be a high defense and resistance fighter and looks to be rather unstoppable on the battlefield because her kit is pretty much pre-made and, well, I guess she just really needs heavy blade to seal the deal. I mean, what do you think about that?
I agree with basically everything you just said. So, I mean, we don't really need to talk about the PRF. It's obviously broken. It's ridiculous. The A slot, I think, is extremely good because it's better than 2 skills. So we've seen 2 skills before. Like, look at the Hector, whichever one had that Ostian counter where it was like distant counter plus one of the stances, attack and defense stance. That's just 2 skills right there in the A slot. Where you have one that's closer to this. Female Grima had the IO shield plus the defense and res stance, which is, I mean, like, it's nothing. It's not overpowered, but like, you know, we both have plus 10s of those. We left that skill on for once I was doing janky build. This is that, but with a like new Gen 3 skill that has 6 to the 2 stats, and it's better because it's not just attack defense solo. It has the beast clause, so it's attack defense solo plus she can be near a beast and still gain it. So it's IO shield, attack defense solo, and slightly more. I don't think we've seen a like 2 skills plus improved version on 1 skill yet, which is what this is. So I'm not saying it's broken. I'm just saying, like, unless you're doing something special, just leave the skill on her. It's good. Like, just it's fine. It's very good. Don't touch it. And then, yeah, I mean, the C slot is okay. I originally was thinking maybe you want to put like other things on her, but something you'll probably want to get into more in a second. The fact that she's a flyer very much limits some of her skills. And the other point regarding this is that the special, it's not great. The problem is it doesn't work well on her. If she could easily trigger a -1 extra special down, so like breath skill, heavy blade, those type of things where she could do, you know, first attack, get down to charge, and her second one always proc that special. This would be a very good special, but she can't do that because she's flyer. She can't use the special spiral, can't use wrath, can't use times pulse, can't use any of the good skills to set that up. So I actually think it's not that the special's so terrible, it's that it actually isn't great on her, and I believe it's going to be a PRF one, unless for somehow other people can use Twins Blades, but not that I can see. So I just think it's more of a good special that's kind of wasted on her, so it just really ends up not being very good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, when you look at this hero, she looks absolutely amazing. In fact, it's like pretty much the peak of the power creep going on. But they did manage to balance it just because of sheer fact that she's a flyer. That's the only reason why this thing is not absolutely completely busted. When you think about it like this, alright? If you're going to fight Bike, right? You have a brave weapon, and Bike, I mean, despite that he's kind of slow, should at least match speed with her. So, she won't be able to activate her skill unless she carries Heavy Blade. But the problem with Heavy Blade is that it's not exactly free extra special generation. She needs to have more attack than Bike, and Bike actually has a pretty decent amount of attack. In fact, you have a plus 10 one with plus attack. You remember the attack? I think it's like 63 or something like that, right?
It's 62 with distant counter A slot, so like, you know, that gets like pumped up more. If someone wanted to pump the attack, it can definitely go up. But it's probably going to be pretty similar to her.
Yeah, it is pretty similar. I mean, think about it like this, alright? Say, for example, she has 38 attack and she gets a super boon in attack, goes to 42 or something like that. Then, if you were to add the A and C slot, you're looking at 62, 63, something like that. And, well, she has a good chance of not actually proccing this Heavy Blade. If you don't have Heavy Blade, you can't proc your skill. You can't kill Bike. It's as simple as that. And, I mean, as we've talked about earlier, we don't get times pulse and other fun stuff with her because she's flyer. It's kind of funny. I mean, it's supposed to give her a lot of mobility, allow her to do janky things, but it ends up being her Achilles heel. And I actually kind of like that, because otherwise we're really dealing with something that we can't really put down. And the other thing is that, well, she's red. She's a swords. And, well, being colored means sometimes you're going to find things that you just can't punch through because they're blue. Or, you know, just sheer fact that you're using a brave weapon. I mean, if the enemy has enough defense, they can probably survive as long as you don't proc your special. So her special generation is an issue, which I hope continues to be an issue, otherwise it's gonna see the end of it. Infantry having this ability is a good thing. It makes infantry a lot more appealing, which is actually a good design direction that they've been doing, and I'm pretty pleased with seeing that. But anyway, even with Heavy Blade though, if Bike were to so much as put on a guard, that's pretty much it. You can't really do much against him. And I can say the same thing for other units carrying deflect melee. And not to mention, I mean, she does have this vantage ability. Oh yeah, people attack me, I counter them with this dual strike. But why is it that guys like Reinhardt and such, not all that great? Well, that's because you don't have a B slot you can use anymore. You gave it up for vantage. Why is Gay Clown Kranya so scary? Because she can use all kinds of secret techniques with that B slot. Oh, special Spyro, and then vantage. Oh, wind sweeps, so you can not get counterattacked. In fact, that's how I probably would counter her, because she's so slow. I would just go and have Gay Clown Kranya give her a hit, and then when she tries to fight back, well, I got vantage for her, and she's not going to enjoy any of it. She's got her defenses debuffed. So that's the main problem I think I see with her. Now, other things is that her other flaws is that she's a mythic hero, can't receive buffs, which, well, it's kind of stupid, but it's also something that balances her a little bit too specifically. But that's the whole problem with mythic heroes, honestly. It's like non-mythic, non-givers, like receivers, as I call them, they are a lot more usable. In terms of this character, I say you just kind of use her to give points for Aether Raids, but even in Aether Raids, if she can't reach key targets, such as Healing Tower or a person with Hardy Bearing, you're kind of in a world of hurt. I don't know. I just don't think that she's all that great. You think that... Do you think that's a good thing? I mean, I guess it's a good thing, right? I mean, she's kind of balanced in that regard.
Well, we'll see if this plays out. I mean, I haven't done calculations on this, nor do I play competitive AIDS mode anymore. But the one niche I see her being able to fill, thinking of 3 units off the top of my head that have this, I believe she's going to wreck any of the mages that try to run those AoE special spiral where they just AoE special you immediately like Ophelia.
But yeah, but she always carries Hardy Bearing.
That first thing, the vantage kicks in right away, and she gets to double. So I believe, without looking at combat math, because a lot of these mages, other than Merrick is the only one that actually has defense of the ones that can run this, and he's green. So he's gonna die. So I
he's gonna
she will actually just destroy Ophelia, Ishtar, and Merrick, which would be, that strategy can be popular to try to AoE just wreck people with those. If that does work out with the math, I think that could be a very valuable role because, if you have a full HP Ophelia and I have a full HP Altina and you can't initiate on me, that kind of blows.
But the problem is that Ophelia always carry Hardy Bearing. You have to actually find some way to reach her. Whereas with Gay Clown Kranya, I have no problem doing this. I would obliterate her. But with this one, it might be a bit of an issue. I don't know. Hardy Bearing in itself makes her kind of dangerous to use. And not to mention a bunch of other problems, being colored and stuff. I don't know. I don't think it's as viable as you say. I honestly think that it's not that great. I mean, talking about special generation, she only has one other means to do it, and that is either to carry Pulse Seal, starting Pulse or something like that, or having a Hector on the team, a legendary Hector. I can't see her proccing her specials that reliably because of that Brave effect, unless, we find some way to give her some killing skills. She's gonna not be able to proc her skill right away.
I agree. But I think there's also, she's one of these units that has a lot of long-term potential where, they could easily introduce Flyer Pulse or something like that in the future, and then she instantly becomes incredible. She's got like she's like a one thing away on a bunch of areas where they add something, which they probably will at some point. Not now, but whenever they do, she could be incredibly strong. Kind of like how I think like when Zelgius came out, he was great, and then like they had Legendary Hector, and then it was like, oh well, now you can bring his thing down to 2 with the breath skill and the A slot, and he just instantly fires off and wrecks you. Something like that, where like one change and she could just get a lot stronger.
I think Special Fighter is probably what seals the deal, because he's kind of fast, and I think Special Fighter Zelgius would actually the smackdown on her, in my opinion. Zelgius has pretty decent defense, so if she attacks and gets Special Fightered, that Black Luna looks to hurt a lot, because, I mean, so what, she's got defense. She's going to get destroyed. She's got no way to defend herself, because she's got no way to defend herself unless she carries guard, but I don't know.
Yeah,
honestly, I think that she's... Yeah, guard has always been good. I'm so glad when it came out on Titania all those years ago. She's not all that great, but when her skill is so useful. I've always used guard for many things. So, luckily for us, we have a way to defend ourselves, and this unit is not as busted as she appears to be. But, I mean, is there anything else you would think about that you could use with her that we haven't discussed already?
Not particularly. I mean, if you really wanted to push her, you could try to stack more attack to get the heavy blade working. You could maybe, if you really wanted to go aggressive, you could take off the A slot and put on like Deathblow 4, but I don't see how that's going to make her any better than any other aggressive unit at doing that, so that's not what I'd recommend. Her base kit's just very well rounded in what she's trying to do, so yeah, I mean, she's not great for fodder either, so it's like a user or I don't know, I guess you can fodder the C slot, but that doesn't really feel like it's worth it at all. Yeah.
And like Sothis, oh my god, Sothis, every time you see her, it's like, oh, you break my heart. Should I merge you or should I use you for Time Pulse? Time Pulse is so amazing. Have I shown you that build that I made for Giant Eye Woman? Giant Eye Female?
Oh.
She's
Is it with Time Pulse?
Oh yeah. It does so much damage. I should really make a video on that. She does so much damage. Take Lucas, for example, with his 50 blue and his pref weapon and all the defenses and stuff. She kills hard, mercilessly. When I saw that, I was so afraid. I was like, how can something so terrifying happen on like a 3 to 4 star character? I think Giant Eyeballs is actually really good. A lot of people see her weapon refinery and she's like, meh, compared to something like Bike, or I don't remember who were the other ones featured in that same weapon refinery cycle. But her weapon refinery is really scary. It looks simple, but it's actually really scary.
Do you still have enough copies of Giant Eyeball Female to make one?
Oh yeah, if I want to make her right now, I can definitely do it. But right now, I'm just kind of talking about it, because, I mean, in the end of the day, you're still a player phase sword unit, so there's so much you can do. Whereas Gay Clown, hey, you got both player and enemy face covered. That kind of unit is the kind of units that I'm more... that I'm more specialized and, more worthy to build. In my opinion, battlefield effects, something that affects the entire battlefield, is far more scary than something that, like, Altina, who is a very strong unit by themselves, but doesn't affect the battlefield as dramatically. Like, okay, let's take Brunya, for example, who we just got as a free unit, who negates debuffs. That's amazing! She negates debuffs and turns into her strength. So, if you were to, say, build up a team where she has the highest strength or the highest speed, you can have her suck up those chill attack, chill speed, and buff her instead. That kind of stuff is amazing. Battlefield tactical advantages is what I'm looking for in a character. Altina is unfortunate I mean, you use her as a fighter, but she mostly kind of just provides the attack buff for Astral Days, and even then, I suppose the attack is decent if I were to run her with Geiklan Kranya, but having defenses, I think, having bulk is a stronger deal for Aether Rate's offense. Having some bulk, because some of the times you have to take hits, you have to just stand there and let the give you a hit, because otherwise, well, I mean, how are you going to get like one guy to chop up 6 guys at once? That's not happening. No, it's Aether Race is just designed that way. You have to wait for them to kind of come down, and it comes down to it. If they get danced, and Altina somehow can't kill the target that they're fighting, then Altina's in trouble. I mean, if they have something that negates counterattacks, Altina's in trouble. So you can't use Altina as a main unit. She's more a supporting unit, which is kind of works against the way she's built. I mean, that's another thing I want to talk about. Like, characters like Altina, they're all pre-built already. It's like there's not much room for imagination with characters like her. That's the problem with the design of these really powerful characters lately. Not that I complain about it, because this is a good thing, because we don't want any omnipotent units out there that destroys everything. You've already seen Geiklan Kranya and those Hector things. That made my Aether Rate so easy. I just take like 1 or 2 minutes to wrap it up, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's they like, just imagine now, like what we said at the very beginning. Picture Altina as an infantry. Like how different this entire last 20 minutes would have.
Well, it would be pretty scary. I have to say, Time's Pulse will allow you to chop up anyone you fight. And then, well, actually, she still has that B slot problem, so a lot of her inherent problems are kind of still there.
You just run Wrath, though,
but
and that special becomes so powerful, and she's still, when she is in the range, like that range can go down and get you on advantage. But yeah, there's just there's so many more possibilities in what you can do. Like, build flexibility also. She's infantry, like the special spiral, time pulse, Wrath, quicken pulse, whether you want to bring Hector, just a lot. Red skills.
Indeed.
She's got the distant counter. You just give her a red skill.
Oh yeah. Pair her up with Lucina. Oh man, that's gonna be a slaughter. Because she has such high defenses, and Lucina provides more defenses. Slap on like drives or just dual res or something like that. She can just have Lucina help her tank, and then she obliterates with that infantry breath that she carries. Oh, that being said, oh my god, infantry breath on a C skill is so disgusting. So disgusting. Your wrist has it. That's so disgusting. You pair her up with bike, and then you just destroy things. One of the problem I have with Lucina is that her resistance is low. But hey, if infantry breath is going to be on a C slot, you can pass on to someone who can actually tank things like that, like Riss, because Riss can turn into a dual. Actually, maybe we can do the same thing with Lucina. I mean, if you were to give her like distant defense 4, distant defense, seals, or something like that, she might be actually pretty tanky.
If we were still wailing, I would have Silk plus 10, who's basically just power creep.
Yes. Silk is perfect for that role.
No buffs, and then still gives the breath thing to someone else. That's what.
Oh, that is so disgusting. It makes me ill. Yes, exactly. It is as you say. Riss, unfortunately, is a Gen 1 unit, but oh my god, how much BST does Silk have? Like 160 something?
It's basically like a Zama plus Riss together.
Yeah, it's so disgusting. Oh my god. And she actually has attack scores, too. So she's no pushover. She's a monster. And she's hot. God, I love nuns. So, yeah. But anyway, it's a bit of a shame that Altina is not that great, but it's also a blessing that she's not all that great. Well, anything else?
Yeah, just one random last point. If and I don't think this is the case, but if it does turn out that special that she has is inheritable, I actually think that special will be very good on other units that can take advantage of, blade skills, breath skills, whatever. and a 2 cooldown 40% res. Anyone with like a high attack, high res kit that can run any of the skills that have extra cooldowns, this will be a fantastic special and would make her like insane fodder. So she's either like, if the skill is not inheritable, which I don't think it is, she's crap fodder. If it is inheritable, she's going to be like at the top of the list of great fodder.
I agree. Definitely agree. But yeah, that skill is too busted. I
It doesn't make
somehow
sense
don't think so.
flavor-wise. Like, who's gonna have twin blades special? Like, give it to some random like beast or some lance or axe? Like, what? That just seems.
Yeah, I mean, I hear people talking about Ruptured Heaven, but I remember Ruptured Heaven is under a different name in Fates. I think it's a different name skill, but it's still already there. So Ruptured Heaven is being inheritable was actually, you know, sense. But this one, I don't know, man. I just don't. I mean, I could be surprised, but I just don't see it.
Agreed.
So, speaking of fodders, let's talk about the rest of the banner. I mean, red is definitely the winner here. I don't think anyone can argue with that. Although I don't know if I really want to build Marth anymore, or use him as a fodder, in fact, because of infantry breath being as broken as it is. Although I suppose the blade rush thing could be useful, but it's restricted to range. It's kind of awkward to use. I suppose it would be decent for like range.
No, agreed. I think qualify red with it's by far the best color, but it has, in terms of if you're only looking at fodder, it may not be the best because Marth and Altina are presumably, you know, assuming her skill's not inheritable, they're special, are not great fodder. But like they're both great units out of the box, don't have to do anything, and obviously Soltis is like, you know, times both.
Both the good units and fodder too. Oh my god. Oh man, I really like Soltis, but oh man, it hurts me every time I summon because I don't know what to do with her.
It's like
I should show you another.
How many did you kill back in the old, like, just for DC? Like 15, 20, 25?
Oh dude, I during the first Hero Fest, I summoned 17. I merged my Hector, which was a mistake, thinking back on it. Although Hector actually still kind of works. So give him the Omni Breaker, and he's still really good. But I mean, that could have been like 17 distant counters. So I used up 6, and then later on I summoned a couple more Hectors. Especially now with the reruns going on at 4% rate, you get a pretty decent shot of getting one randomly. So I got a couple of those. So in terms of distant counter, I'm actually still pretty set. I think instead of like 1 or 2 just laying there for further use down the line. But
you killed like 20.
Yeah, I mean,
if you had 20 Solstices, wouldn't you just kill them all for times pulse on a whole bunch of your builds?
Oh, that's really a tough choice because I like Solstice. I actually do like her. She's hard to kill, and well, she's a lot like not very sassy, and I like her personalities, and I think that I want to use her more. So I probably, if I have 20, I probably will still merge. And I mean, like 9 left, I would have plenty of uses still. Of course, I'm gonna regret it when I run out of 9, like I did with Hector. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I would be a lot more open to using Times Pulse on Giant Eyeballs. Giant Eyeballs with that is so scary. But seriously, the problem is that we're colored. We share color. I don't like sharing color. And Solstice, as a cat and as a unit, does have her own problem, and that is that she's a mythic hero. I really don't like the whole mythic thing not being able to receive blessings. It makes them feel a little bit weaker. So I suppose with BST like that, it's not that big an issue. But still, I mean, Mythic gives 5 HP and like 4 to like resistance or dev or 3 speed or 2 attacks. That's considerable. Oh no, wait, 3 attacks. That's considerable. That's really considerable.
That's another reason to have Altina out there. It's just the buff 3 attack, 5 HP. That's pretty good.
I mean, that's pretty much all there is for me to use her, so that we have something to use for Astra. That being said, isn't Astra like Naga territory now as well? So I don't know. Choosing her between Naga and I don't know. I suppose the attack would be useful, but I really think that having more bulk might be a safer thing for Aether raids.
For defense, for sure.
No, even offense. I mean, like, offense, you have to bait an attack. You have to take an attack. It's very likely you're going to take an attack. Unless you're using Gay Clan Grania. Yeah. She'd be great to pair up with Gay Clan Grania. But other than that, kind of iffy. But anyway, so that's Red in a nutshell. It's still very good, but oh man. The father potential is a bit off. We'll see though. I'll probably summon a lot on Red, but mostly what I'm doing is trying to get colorless. I need more Duma. I need more goddamn Duma. Duma destroys buildings. I think he's being underestimated. What my dream is to get 2 more Duma and line up along with the catapult to destroy 5 out of 6 buildings. In most cases, I will hit a healing tower. If I hit a healing tower and they don't have a healer, they're fucked. They're done. I will kill their entire team. Right now, some of the people who survive my Aether defense are the people who are lucky enough that they're on the fringe with their healing tower and they didn't get destroyed by Catapult or Duma. But now, if I summon 2 more Duma, you can kiss your ass goodbye unless you have a healer. That's what I'm aiming to summon for this summoning session. So Red will be a nice side thing for me. But for other people, Red is probably primary.
You need to harness more power of the lower or you don't lose points, whatever, on your defense, and also the power of more butt.
Lower points, I think, has a higher value than getting more points in Aether raids. I mean, Aether raids after you get to 21 is pretty much just like, oh yeah, let's just stay in 21, get our rewards, and sleep. I mean, unless you're Acarus or something like that, you want to get like tier 27 all the time, hey, that's your business. But me, I don't have the time for such fancy things. I don't want to sit and like think about, oh yeah, what should I do with this turn? Oh, I gotta fight this dude at home, but wait, if I do that, my other units are in trouble. Yada 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 yada. I do calculations all the time. I don't have time for that. So I think that defense has far more use for me. That way I lose less points, and like one of my Gay Clan Grania offensives gets me 80 points. That's pretty much like 2 days covered for me, and that's if I lose. So yeah, I can pretty much just sit on my ass the whole Aether raids because of that. So defense is far more important than to me offense.
True.
But anyway.
How about the Fjorm with the staff?
The Fjorm.
What's it? Galler?
The Fjorm. Fjorm is amazing, but also kind of awkward because she only projects down that one lane. Now, it's not so bad for offense because, you know, AI is, oh, what the fuck they're gonna do, right? But against other players, I don't know. I mean, when it comes down to it, you only have 6 slots. You have to make sure that you have enough. Well, you either have enough buffs or you have enough like offensive prowess to take someone down. Fjorm is not that great as a fighter, but she is pretty good at disabling things. It's about positioning. I think that multiple Fjorm would be a scarier thing to have though. So yeah, maybe I would summon like 1 or 2 if I could. But well, Rhino Fjorm is a little awkward to use. Though she's very good, but a little awkward to use. I think that, luckily though, she could receive Mythic Blessing, so that those 5 HP, oh man, line up with like 4 Dumas, she's got 20 extra HP. There's no way you can negate her stupid abilities.
Not unless you have a 63 HP Ninian like I do. Ninian.
Yes, Ninian is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I pulled a plus HP Ninian a little bit ago, and I'm seriously considering you replacing that one over my plus speed one that I had.
You should.
Yeah, I'm seriously considering.
She can hit. I'm pretty sure the highest HP dancer in the game still, and I don't think that's going to change because the game thinks HP sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lately all the units, oh yeah, your HP is gone, and they sucked it down, and they bring it to every other stats, especially attack and speed. So that's actually something to take advantage of. I mean, a lot of Gen 1 units have a lot of HP. Look at fucking Batre, look at fucking Seleth. Yeah. God, what's his name again? Ogma, there we go. Ogma.
How about your Carol?
Amazing. Oh yeah, Carol. Oh, man. Carol is amazing. Carol is so funny. If you can't kill him, he rips you in half because of how much HP he has. He's such a funny guy, but man, he's red. So many units are red. It's so stupid. I'm so glad that Batre is green. But otherwise, oh man, red. You're looking at getting killed. Blues are so useful, especially like Ophelia and such like that, and of course, Reinhardt. And so red is, I don't know, so overpopulated. So many cool things are in red, but so overpopulated. It's janky. I don't know if I like red. Well, this time summoning red is a good thing too. So, I don't know. The whole color thing bothers me. That's why I always summon colorless. That said, we do have to worry about Summer Gunthra though. So Summer Gunthra does have a trap breaker. She can like break traps, which is, it could be decent on Gay Clown Kranya if we want Gay Clown Kranya to get past some traps and launch an attack on, say, hey, that Ophelia we just talked about with Hardy Bearing. She'll break that, and then she'll be able to attack right afterwards. See, that's useful. That's why Gay Clown Kranya is so highly ranked for me. Just because of that free B slot. It's just like 7 tools of the bandit, man. It's absolutely amazing. And Gunthra can give her that. Not
Yeah, I don't like those skills that only work in one mode still. Like, it works there. Like, that use case sounded very good, but like, I don't like switching skills around and like that. There's nothing else.
I'm lazy as fuck.
So
I
it's
don't
like,
like
it
doing
just
that.
feels like I would never summon for that, or like I'm not gonna switch my skills around to have disarm trap on my B slot when I'm playing. Like, get that crap out of here. Like, no one. I don't think anyone is like, if you poll people, would be like, I love these AR only skills.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Gunthra has like 2. She has that speed res or something like that as well. That's so stupid. And then her dagger, what was it again? Oh, if you're buffed, you do like extra attack and dev. That's kind of decent, but compared to other daggers you would use. Like fucking Cleaner. Cleaner is my favorite dagger. It does so much damage.
Oh yeah,
so much damage. Yeah, exactly. Oh, now he's got to clean it up too. The Cleaner is so good. We need more stuff like Cleaner. So Gunthra, unfortunately, is a terrible pity break, in my opinion. So colorless is kind of dangerous. Then what do we have? Blue, we have that legendary Julia. We have that homeless Tiki. And who else? Oh, Fjorm. Oh, well, that's a very funny thing. But Fjorm, I think, has potential. Fjorm, she might not look like much with her basic distant defense weapon, but distant counter weapon. But I think that may change soon, thanks to Altina carving the way for us with that broken-ass weapon.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a new Fjorm that has like 2 lances, and then they'll give this one a 4
2 lances,
extra lances, and then she can inherit twin blades as her.
You know, this reminds me of that Penta Axe guy. There's, you know how like in the like we meme about like certain characters and like NPCs in Fire Emblem that like 313.
Oh yeah, the guy
stuff
who
like that.
Just
And they get that stupid random general with 5 axes. What the hell is that guy? That guy is out of control. Imagine that guy. You hit like 5 times in a row. I mean, with reduced damage. Like actually, which game was it that that Astra did that? I actually forgot about that. I know one game had it. That Astra did 5 hits but reduced damage. Yeah, it's kind of shitty. Oh! It's 3 houses! It's so shitty there, but it's funny. Yeah, that's right. Oh, man. Still, he would be a pretty funny character to release. I would like that. I would like that very much.
313 Archer would be great if they named him 313 Archer.
You know, these guys, they know their memes. I mean, they brought in Dorcas as a meme, so 313 Archer being a thing would not surprise me. I mean, they literally name him 313 Archer, and he has like this amazing range. It just destroys. Dude, we needed some like Archer with 3 range to fuck everyone up. That's kind of scary, but distant counter guy could still actually counter him. That would be great. That would put a lot of stock into an interesting advanced unit. Oh,
If they
kind
go
of
down
scary.
that route, then they should finally give Ursula a refine that gives her bolting, and she can just cast that super.
Oh my god, dude. Bolting is some disgusting skill. Dude, I actually built my Hilda to have bolting, even though she's not even a mage. I made her into a mage. I recklessly just train her into a mage. I gave her like magic food just so that she could use bolting. Thunder God Hilda. It is so disgusting. But you know, I mean, it's either that or I try to train Manuela, but Manuela has a disadvantage with the with black magic. So Hilda was pretty funny. Just watching Hilda wearing a robe and just summoning lightning down like a thunder god while using that big ass axe of hers. Man, dude. Yeah, dude, that's so awesome. Dude, Ursula would be like top tier. Well, man, that would be great. We need more meme units. Or like that rally man from Fates. That dude would like rally 4 stats at once. Like, what the fuck is that guy? That guy is out of control.
We'd have like
Dude.
rally, spectrum, all stats plus bonus doubler.
Oh man, that's so disgusting. Rally man is disgusting. Then you just need Rally Man instead of using your C slots for like tactics and such like that. You can just like, oh yeah, I don't know, use more like Infantry Pulse or something like that, and Rally Man will take care of the rest for you. You know, in fact, I like that better because one of the problems I find in Aether raids is that sometimes I don't want like attack tactics because this shitty fucking panic manner is gonna just ruin my stats. And it'll actually work against me. So there are times that I'm wishing that I'm not using tactic skills, because it fucks me up. But Rally Man, well, you can get it whenever you want. If you don't need it, don't use them. That's all there is to it. So that kind of stuff is something that I would very much
Agreed, or the one that, like, the harsh command that should have goddamn negated the way, but they like coded it stupidly initially, and then they made the new version. Or like Brunya, or one that negates them. Like more skills that actually reverse the panic.
Oh yeah, dude. But I mean, we talked about this before. I think that negating penalties is likely going to be the thing down the line. Negating penalties is very scary. Brunya having it now means that we're gonna get more characters with that kind of ability, which is scary, but also very nice. But you do have to realize this though. You can't actually like use bonus doubler and something that negates panic at the same time, because it doesn't actually negate the panics completely. It negates the penalty that comes from it, but it doesn't actually give you your stats back. So you have to keep that in mind when you use something like that.
That's true.
But Rally Man though, Rally Man. If Rally Man can use Restore along with those rallies, oh man, that'd be so disgusting. I would feel ill. I would love that. Restore Plus is one of my favorite skill. It will always be my favorite skill. It sets up so many stupid traps for people because your healers move by themselves to try to heal the units. And then you have Rally on top of that? What the fuck, man? You destroy things. That's the one reason I would still use tactics on my defense team, even though I got panic to worry about.
So disgusting.
So disgusting.
I would love Rally Man. I would love. I'm gonna throw this out here right now, and who knows? Maybe in a year and a half this will come to be. If they ever make Nergal, he's gonna get a PRF special called Quintessence or something like that, where he drains HP and stats from an ally and gains them on himself, and then can also take another action afterwards. So it's like Rally Man, but for himself.
Oh, that's so disgusting. I could see that happening too. That's the problem. I could see that happening. We already see that happening with Thrashir and with Liv just fucking up their allies to get boosted stats. So that kind of shit would happen. I kind of would look forward to it, but I also kind of would not want to look forward to it. He'd be so busted. No way, man.
Yeah.
It's better as a boss. But anyway, I think we're getting a little sidetracked here, but yeah, Fjorm, I think, has potential. Not to mention, I mean, like, so many goddamn quests. As a matter of fact, we just had one, like Grand Hero or Bound Hero reruns and shit like that. You have to use Fjorm to take down colors units. So having a strong Fjorm is a good thing. Although, Fjorm still runs in Arena as well, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still in the cycle as well, and she's also a legendary hero, so she runs in the Aether Raid cycle, so summoning Fjorm and plus 10ing her is a wonderful thing. A very worthy investment. I would still continue to summon Fjorm. Of course, I already plus 10'd her, but, you know, these things
Mine's
happen.
like plus
And
7,
there's Homeless
so
Tiki.
I'm like, I've wanted to finish her for a long time, but now I'm like, it's not even worth it.
Ooh, well, I mean, if you get Pity Broken, it's very worth it. I mean, like, think about it. Legendary Julia is pretty strong, though. Actually, no, I still think she's really strong. That low all stats is scary. Low is a very, very scary skill. I like low so much. Anything that lowers speed will fuck up people in ways that they can't even possibly imagine, because all of a sudden you need 8 speed to double, or you're gonna get doubled because suddenly this dude has like 3 extra speed. It's so disgusting. Although for Julia it's only 2 to all stats, it's still disgusting. I mean, you also negate their bonuses. So Rally Man can't defeat her. It's so disgusting. I like Legendary Julia, and I like the LOL skills. Those are really good. Almost Tiki.
Hawkeye No Nips has a LOL, doesn't he, in his act?
Yes! Hawkeye's refine is really good too. I should talk about those refines. I got so lazy. You know, it's all Dragalia Loss's fault. The last couple I've been trying to do those fucking high dragon battles, and it took up so much of my time. And yeah. Well, that's another story altogether. Point is that, damn it, I should have done that. Hawkeye is so good! Hawkeye is amazing. He lulls attack, and he has strong defense and resistance. He's a tanky ass motherfucker. And then you have that on top of it. Dude, he's absolutely amazing. It is one of the best weapon refinery as well, in my opinion. I think that we should really, I think what I'm gonna do one of these days is make like this top 10 weapon refinery things, and we're just gonna talk about like what are the best ones.
And he's ripped.
I think that would be
and he has no hips. And
oh,
he
and
has
he's
a hot
ripped, dude.
daughter.
That guy is out of control. Yeah, and the daughter too. The daughter is amazing. Not to mention a great father. Jesus Christ, dude. Special Spyro and Pulse Smoke at the same time? What the fuck? I mean, they don't work together with her. Like, you would use that Special Spyro, but you're not going to use a Smoke all that much, I think. She's amazing! Amazing! Just absolutely amazing. Hawkeye and his lines is a good line. They're a great line. And, I don't even remember what I was talking about, though. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about Homeless Tiki. Homeless Tiki. Boring. Boring, but very good, but boring. Homeless Tiki was what made us actually stop spending money, if I recall correctly.
It was right around that time, man. It was. Right around. I know I got plus 10 Legendary Hector. No.
Yes, that was why.
Surtur, because I got that, and then like a month later, they're like, "Here's a dude who has like better stats than the guy at plus 10," like immediately, and I'm like, "Wow, fuck this."
Wow, fuck this.
And in hindsight, like, Legendary Hector's still amazing just because of Osteopulse alone, because that's like a unique effect, giving the pulse effect to, you know, not it.
Altina, or make her into a monster.
It was just such a feel-bad moment when they released Surtur. I mean, Surtur's still absurd.
Fuck Surtur, dude. I hate him so much, even now that he's irrelevant. He's still stupid. He ruined the game.
Yeah, it's just dumb. Like, the guy's just still annoying. Like, even when I fight him and he's not hard to kill now, it's still annoying when you fight him. Just like watching him hit you for 20 or whatever. Like, my bike still kills him, but like, it's still annoying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with Gay Clown Grania, he's got so much defense that Gay Clown Grania sometimes have trouble killing that. And that's when I have a problem. What do I do? If he actually tanks it, he could kill me, and then I would die. So you need tools to deal with him. Luckily, I have that now, thanks to stupid Hector. Dual heroes, I think, is definitely the power people of the future. I think summoning too many of these other units is actually not all that great. I think you should focus on fodders. Dual heroes is going to dominate the game. Hands down. They receive blessings, they receive a whole slew of things, then they have that, there's dual skills. That doesn't take up their turn. Like, what the fuck, dude? That's such a stupid design.
I agree because, until we see one release that's not a top 1D, like, rated hero in terms of the CYL pool, yeah, because, like, what do we have? We have Hector, and it doesn't even matter who the backline is.
Fucking Ephraim, I hate him so much.
Only the front line.
I hate him so much. I see him so much now.
Ephraim plus whatever. Like, I guarantee the next one's gonna be like Lynn or Lucina, or just take a top character. It's gonna be
Robin and Crom. Definitely Robin and Crom. You'll definitely see.
Like, are they gonna be bad? No, they're not. They're gonna have power keep stats and skills and the duo effect. Even if it's like it's just another added ability. So they're gonna be strong. And again, like if they add some random duo, then we'll see. But they've got many top characters to like rerun as a quote alt that they can do with this.
And it's stupid. It's stupid. We're gonna run through the Fates Awakening stuff again. Fates Awakening wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that we keep seeing the same fucking characters over and over again. Like, what happened to the other characters in Fates that you don't know about, that are not as popular? Like, what happened? Like, why is it that Reina is not in the game, but Hinoka with that flying peacock thing is a thing? It's so stupid. They focus too much on the main characters. They didn't really care much with side characters. Which I hope that, that would be rectified.
That's kind of why I like even though Mythic Heroes, like, the whole blessings, whatever, stupid, it gives, like, Altina would never have a chance to make it otherwise. Like, they're introducing random characters.
She's not even in CYL from what I understand.
Right, so, like, if they could take that idea of what they're doing with taking characters that we normally wouldn't see and add them from other games, in a sense, without having to, be mythic, because, like, that obviously eliminates, like, a shit ton of characters that would not fit Mythic Hero. But, like, a GHB style, the way, those fit, like...
313 Archer!
Yeah, or, like... type units like the enemies or characters that aren't as popular, just add some of those. Who's the guy? Is it Awakening or Fates? The Cervantes. He's the amazing mustache. Like, I'm waiting for that.
Mustafa.
He was
Mustafa?
Yeah, he was in the Lost Lore thing, right? He was an enemy there. He had a huge beard.
I thought it was Mustafa, but I think I could be wrong. I love Mustafa because he's like a sympathizing enemy. He was cool. Only to show up one map though, but he was cool. But it could be that, but I think I remember Cervantes too because I made fun of that because of fucking Soul Calibur.
He's the one who talked about how he was immortal because he had this amazing mustache.
Oh, yeah, that's not Mustafa.
That was Cervantes.
That's not Mustafa. You're probably right. That dude.
Mustafa did show up in Feng, though. He was in the Lost Lore. Like, it was, damn it, now I'm blanking on the name. He was a red dagger. He was one of the enemies of the game. And people were like, oh, they showed him as a red dagger. And Mustafa was one of the other guys in that, like, final Lost Lore battle.
Oh, you're talking about the king then. You're talking about Gangrel.
Yes, that's right. So Mustafa they showed him there. So like, that gives me hope he could be in the game.
I hope so. I really certainly hope so. Gangrel could actually be a pretty decent character to have around. He's a funny guy. I like him a lot. I like that part when he had that support with Emran. It's like, they were both DLC, or not DLCs, but it was during a DLC event where they actually get to meet and have like some kind of support, and Emran's like and Gangrel's like, oh Lord, please don't try to bring me to the precipice of remorse with your half sentences. Dude, I love that line so much because it was so funny. And Gangrel has a lot of personality to him. It's just such a shame that he, kind of got his kind of got his ass kicked. But you know, these things happen when you're an enemy unit. But you know, the grand hero battles and like characters such as the Grimas, they bring us a lot of personalities to these units. In fact, I mean, if it's not for Fire Emblem Heroes, would Reinhardt still be talked about today? Would we still have like smiling Reinhardt? No, we won't. We won't. So I think that's what Fire Emblem Heroes should be focusing instead of fucking Ephraim again and again and again. I hate the guy so much because he shows up all the time, like the Fates Awakening guys. I don't mind the Fates Awakening guys. In fact, I don't mind Ephraim. His personality kind of suits me, but I keep seeing him. He's annoying now. So
that pair would have been
something like that.
20 times better if Lion was the lead and Ephraim was the cheerleader.
Yes. That would be 20 times better. I think a lot of people agree with that. Sadly, that's not the case. But you know what? Maybe we have something to look forward to with another dual hero with Leon or Lion as the lead, or maybe not as the lead. And Formortis is like chilling around. Formortis is so cool.
Yep, I agree. All right, let's see. We've probably rambled on enough. Did we even do?
Oh yeah, we did.
We did colorless red.
We only missing green, I think. What the hell is green anyway? I can't even remember. Oh my god. Like green was irrelevant to me, so I didn't even think about it. What was green?
I've never.
What even was green? I don't remember. I don't remember. I need to literally pull out a picture to look at it. I don't even know where. Oh my god, I don't even remember. Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. Green. Oh, yarn. Oh, legendary Lin. Legendary Lin. And then we have Levitate.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No wonder we for just.
Yeah.
Walked out of our memory. Like, this is so shitty. Like, speaking of Lins, we're gonna make lots of Lins. This is like one of the biggest mess ups. And we made this crappy Lin with.
Oh god, that shit screwed me up so much back in February. Oh, we have 4 yellow colors. Guess what you're gonna get? Oh, fuck, Legendary Lin. Damn it. God damn it!
Green is like
she only brings back bad memories, and I actually kind of liked her because I could use her dual face. But
tactic,
you know,
right?
in the end of the day, she's not that great.
Speed tactic.
You know who gets speed tactics? Veronica has speed tactics. Ninian has speed tactics because I can't find it in my heart to +10 this monster. I got 7 of her as pity breaker back then. 7. I did not merge a single one because of speed tactics. It's terrible, man. It's absolutely terrible, man. Yeah, so don't summon on green, folks. It's not a good color. It is a terrible color.
Is there anyone in the compendium that actually has a +10 legendary Lin? Someone must have.
I'm sure someone must have, but
they
us,
probably
so
regret it,
that.
though. They probably regret it.
Yeah, exactly. Look, there's gonna be dual heroes Lin with. Oh man, Florina would be hot. Dual with Florina.
Hector
hot. But fuck Hector. Seriously, I'm so sick and tired of him. Just about as much as Ephraim. God, dude. Like seriously, the people, the devs are so biased towards those few characters. It shows, and it's disgusting.
How about Ren? The bow guy, Sakayan bow guy from that game. The horse guy. Ren.
Oh, dude, that guy. That guy. I know exactly who you're talking about. That dude, what's his face? Zerk? The other YouTuber, what's his face? He talks about him all the time. I don't even remember the guy's name anymore. Like Wrath. I think it's Wrath, yeah. Dude, he talks about the Wrath that Lin supports so much. That guy is out of control. He's like totally lost his mind. The dude's suffering maximum brain damage.
Yeah, he'd be wailing for the +10. I mean,
oh yeah, if there's a +20, he'd do that. Dude, fuck.
Boy, these duo heroes better if the back line was someone like that would never make the game otherwise, like Wrath. I mean, like, it's still Lyn, I guess, but like, maybe it might be slightly, tiny, little bit better if it was like Wrath there, so he can pseudo make the game.
But honestly, I want to see Florina, dude. That's such a hot pairing.
Would they do? What about like a Lucina Crom?
Oh, come on, man! It's gonna be Crom and Robin. Those guys, they're either like destined like soulmates or they're just gay. It's what happens. It's going to happen. It's going to 100% happen. I don't care what you say. It's going to happen. These so-called invisible ties, you're going to see it plain as day, visible to your eyes, as they proudly walk together.
Following that logic, are we then going to see an Ike Soren duo hero?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Oh, definitely. We're going to see.
But like that would actually make money.
Oh, definitely that would make money. Oh, that would make tons of money. That would make tons of money. Although it would also make tons of controversies. Oh man, I remember when people were talking about it, like Ephraim and Leon being gay, and that there's like these guys who just like are so against that. They're like, oh yeah, these two are paired up together. It clearly doesn't mean that they're gay. I don't care if it's gay or not. You know, there are people who appreciate that sort of thing. I appreciate that sort of thing. I think it's kind of cute. But, you know, there are people who just likes to start shit and argue for no reason at all. Like, who cares, dude? Like, you know, it's just like what's in your own mind. You can't just like change what people think about these two heroes. You know,
it's called fanfic for a reason.
Exactly. So, you know, people who argues against that, like, whatever. Get a life. Of course, I end up probably offending a couple of people with this, but you know what? Whatever. Now you know my opinion. I am very open to these things. I makes sense because I make up stupid, dumbass stories all the time. So I'm very open to discussions. Discussions are very entertaining. I like talking about these heroes. I think that's what sells Fire Emblem most of all, because of stupid ships. Stupid ships sells Fire Emblems. You can talk about it not being Fire Emblem anymore. You can talk about it being a dating simulator or whatever, but it is what sells.
It's why the later games with the supports and, you know, you can pair whoever were popular for that. That was a good feature. People liked it. So like that, you take that and you take the old school gameplay and story, like not the character, like the actual overarching main story, not the character development, because the overarching main story in the main games lately has been garbage. But the character development's been fine. Yeah, then you've got a good build. So like, you know, I'm like, if we could get like a, you know, I could build up a Nino Jafar. They're like, of course.
Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely another dual heroes right there. So dual heroes is definitely going to be the thing that we will see a million times. I mean, Fire Emblem Heroes, for all its faults, knows where their power lies. The fact that they have this IP with characters that people love. That is the whole reason why it still exists today. Because otherwise, this game would have been probably canceled a few years back. The era thing probably would have done in a lot more people. A lot more people.
Yep, IP's carrying it. And it's got, like, longer ways to go, because when they introduced these mythic heroes, like, I mean, I've seen very positive things about Altina. And I think that if they keep down this trajectory, which this is obviously planned, like, you remember when they made that post a year ago where they're like, hey, like, in this year, we've got, like, these Tellius banners coming. They, like, basically hinted that this shit was coming.
They weren't kidding.
So, like, if they continue on this path, people are going to, this game has many years left, like, unless they start only putting out, like, 15 more Lyn and Hector alts, then, yeah, sure, maybe if people will be like, fuck this game, I'm done. But, like, if they continue down the path of the last couple banners, they add these interesting units like Altina, yeah, people are going to keep playing it. It's got longevity, even though it's, you know, slowly drip decline in terms of revenue because of the power. Like, there's just enough interesting heroes and lore and story in this series to keep it going for a long time.
Indeed. Man, I can't believe we were just talking about this banner and it turned into something like this. But you know what? That is why I enjoy having little chats with you about this kind of stuff, because it's actually very amusing. I really like talking about the Fire Emblem stories and the characters. It's definitely a high point in my any discussions, really. Instead of just talking about the game, which talk about the characters and like the potentials. That amuses me. So I'm glad that I have you as a co-host. I talk about this stuff openly because I'm glad also is that you have an open mind with these kind of things.
So, for sure.
So,
Wait,
I thank you for
this
that.
has been like an hour and a half now.
It has been an hour. 5 minutes. If we kept going, this would be like a 2-hour thing or more. So we should probably stop at some point. All right. So,
as in, like, Altina is good, and summon red and colorless. Green sucks. That's probably it, right?
We turned that into an hour. It's terrible. But I mean, Altina.
Can you like echo
broken,
that
so.
3 seconds right there at the beginning and be like, okay, that's all you really need to hear. Let's be.
I guess I could add the video to that, but whatever. I think there are people who generally like listening to these kind of chatters. You sit there and just like listening off the radio or something like a radio or something like that while they shower or some shit. I think this will still work. We'll go with that. There's no way I'm gonna delete this conversation. This conversation is good. It's great. I think that maybe not to some people, but I think that this is a unique flair that not too many others do. So I think that we should just keep it up. This is good. Right. So that's about it for this banner and Altina in particular. So have you finished Three Houses?
I have not. I actually have only seen other people play. I have only. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, man. Like, I know a lot about the game, but I actually haven't played it, and I'm almost in a sense glad because I'm saving it. But where were you going with the rest of that point of have you played?
No point. I just wanted to ask. And, I'm probably going to have to finish Dimitri playthrough, so there's that. That's what's going to occupy me for the next few. So, with that, we should probably end today's programming.
I'm going to mention this as a kind of ish spoiler. There are 2 characters, actually I guess technically 3, that I believe may come. Ashera is not going to be a spoiler at this point because we have Yoon and we have the opposite of Yoon is Ashera, and they were combined to Ashunera. So Ashunera is the second that may come. And another, won't say his name, but spoiler, but person that gave Alondite and Ragnell to Zelgius from Altina, that character may very well enter this game at some point, is what I'm going to say, and that is all.
Makes sense. Mythic heroes, but makes sense.
Yes.
You think that this Tellius thing will just carry on to the next year?
I think Tellius is just such a good game for these mythics. They're just the overarching story and the way it was set up is so strong for it. And yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. They're the other the Son and Dagensay, the dragon lion. Easily add any of them in. No one would be like, oh, that's weird. 1,000-year-old
that's weird.
lion that was, a human dual wielding Alondite and Ragnell was standing on. Obviously that lion's gonna be badass.
Yeah. Dude, man, these dual heroes. I joke about this as well. Dual wieldings and dual heroes. It's ever since we got a second gun, this is all we've been summoning.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, they definitely did that on purpose. It was definitely done on purpose. Oh man, I mean, dual heroes may very well fuck up the game, but I do like the concept. I just hope that they don't get too carried away with it.
If they do an Azama Riss duo hero, I will break out black card.
You will spend money again, even?
Yes. Riss hasn't had a banner. I'm pretty sure I'll double check. I'm pretty sure he has not had a single banner in this entire game. I don't know how many other characters fit that bill. Like, we're in the game.
He might have shown up in one of those whatchamacallit, owning gauntlets. There's a chance. Let me look it up.
Azama has had a banner. I know he has. I don't think Riss has ever had a banner. And if he has and I missed it, I'm going to be so mad at myself, because the next time I see him on a 5-star banner, even though I have mine's +10, I will drop at least one summon on colorless just because I feel like obligated to.
Obligated.
Like, you're on a 5-star banner. Like, you know, when you like pour out a thing and you're like, this is for my homies, that's like me summoning for.
Alright, I can get that. Let me see. I don't think he has. He hasn't been in anything. Yeah.
Male Jacobs, like the OG, not the one you have +10, the amazing armor one, the original one. He had a banner, didn't he?
Yeah, Jacob had one, I think. I mean, Jacob originally was a 5-star unit, so.
But then, yeah,
there was also that.
That many other OG characters have had 0 banners. Like, I think even Jagan.
Let me think.
Had a banner.
Jagan and Gunther. I think they might have. Maybe Gunther. I think he might have shown up in like one of those random banners, but I really can't remember.
If Riss gets a banner, I'll summon.
Alright, I get your point. Yeah. I'm looking forward to more weapon refinery in that line as well. For healers. For once. Maybe I don't have to use the 6 paths of Pain Plus all the time. Especially Useless Path. Jesus, Useless Path is just it's just a blight at this point in the recent rerun banner with the Ikes and the one Useless Path. Hopefully, Mist will actually be built up to something more powerful once we get a weapon refinery for it. I have a couple myself, so I haven't actually built her. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I gave her close counter to it.
You did.
I did. Every healer I have has it. It's terrible. But I want Silk. I want Silk bad. I just need a really good banner for Silk, but I don't know. I don't know about spending money in this game. I really do. Honestly, I really do want to, because sometimes I see characters like Silk, but there's just, I don't know, it's hard to justify. What do I do? They just need to go and release that skill refinery already, so I can like be like, oh, okay, well these guys are going in the right direction. At least they're better than fucking Okada, right? See, I would feel better that way.
Yeah, you can't do it. I actually only broke it once when it was when Bike got his refine and I didn't have any DC fodder.
So that's why you have a +10 Bike.
No, I had the +10 Bike, but I didn't have DC. And when he got his refine, Hector was on a banner, and I literally bought whatever 39 the pack plus taxes and got him that, and that was the only thing I've ever spent since I stopped spending. So, and I don't regret it at all because it was amazing. I can't spend I'm not gonna spend. It's no reason to, but it was worth it for Bike. But I mean, it's just, what happens?
It's what happens.
I actually do have a Silk now, but I don't have the Fortress Defense Res skill that I really want for her.
Oh, dude, that'd be huge on her. Man, I want his Silk so bad. I also want to get Fortress Def Res. Oh, but anyway, we really need to stop. We were really overdoing it with this now. This has been a very fruitful discussion, my friend. Well, I hope we do this more often.
I've gotten a little bit more time now, so let's do it.
Now that I am pretty much all but quit Dragalia Lost, I don't have high hopes on Mega Man being very good. I really don't. If it turns out to be complete shit, well then I will complain more about Okada and be like, yeah, well fuck you, you're not getting more money. I don't I know money for you. I now spend on
I now use the Ragnell and spend on the Feng.
I now spend on the Feng. That sounds so stupid. Yeah. But it can happen because now I don't have any other expenditures. I'm not playing phase go like you, so I have no more expenditures.
Yeah. Yeah. And not whaling
it. Yeah. So I mean, if they have a skill refinery, I think I could be convinced to start spending a little bit of money again. You know, just give me some faith. Just give me some faith. Give me some reason to put faith in you again, and you'll get my money. It's so easy. So easy. I really don't mind spending thousands, tens of thousands. It's so easy for me. Just give me some faith that you'll put it to good use, and then we're fine. We're good. We're gold, bro. That was Dragalia. It's just such a shame. Such a shame. Okada has ruined the game. I can't believe you were able to see this like so long ago and just quit out of the blue. Like just gone. I just see you just like one day just like, oh, they haven't been active for 10 days. Gone. Vaporized.
It was
I should have just done that.
Time where they got too generous. It was like I could sense that something was like it doesn't even make sense when you think about it because of like, oh, they're so generous, but like I was like, well, if you're too generous, then shit gets too easy, and then they have to flip the other way, and then they have to start power creeping or making things too hard, or whatever, that kind of thing, and then it went in the opposite direction, and then it became like too time consuming, grinding. Like if you look at my dude, I wailed obviously. Like look at the Valentine's Guild banner and all that crap. Like it's not like I didn't spend money, but like a lot of my crap is obsolete now. Like that's the same kind of crap we're dealing with here, where like your shit gets obsoleted. So once I sensed that might happen, I was like, no, this is a game that I wailed in, but I don't have the same kind of like connection to the characters and stuff as I do in Fae. So like if I'm gonna continue playing a game after I'm done wailing, it'll be Fae over that, only because I like care about the characters for the reason of like, oh, Altina came out and I still want her, so like maybe I'll F2P her up.
Good luck with that one.
I have like 150 orbs or something. Probably not gonna happen.
Just nothing. 150 orbs. Come on, you know this is not enough.
It's unlikely. I mean, I'm sure I'll get
like
something.
Everything else.
I don't know. I mean, those are supposed to go to Yoon because it's mine +8, and like back in January. So like I will. I mean, I would have had probably 400 or 500 orbs by then. Yeah, that's enough to get to the topic, but. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll even spend to get one TV.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Okay, we should probably stop now. I have a very good discussion with you. I really enjoyed this time, and I hope the audience enjoyed this funny little discussion as well. So with that said, I thank you all for coming. Until next time.